Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here. It is Halloween, so I hope everyone's all set up to have a good Halloween. Um, we are not going out trick or treating because you know what, and instead we did something fun, and I made baggies of candy, hid it around the house, and some toys, some scary Halloween toys and stuff. And my kid got to do a Halloween search. So my wife and I had a lot of fun watching him look for the presents and the candy, and you know, he's having a good Halloween. We're gonna watch some nice movies later, maybe some Scooby Doo. But what I'm here today for is we're gonna highlight a little horror series. It's only a 3-issue series, and I just finished reading it today because I got the final issue in the mail, and from Scout Comics. I've been telling you guys about them. I really like them, and it's a little series called "It Eats What Feeds It." Now, before I get into this review, anyone that's watching me right now, if you have a kid, I want to warn you that this series is not going to be for your children. I read it, it was very good, but it has a very strong sexual undertone that runs throughout the 3 issues, and it's always present and it's always there. Might not be something you want your kid exposed to. So a little disclaimer there for anyone that's watching me that watches with your kids or has kids and you were thinking about reading a horror comic with them. Maybe not so much. And but now that we got that out of the way, let's start it out. I'll show you the covers. So it eats what feeds it. So this was issue 1. All right. And that was a Comic Town 101 exclusive Ben Temple Smith variant. And in issue 1, we meet Kenny, who is the character here. All right. And he is looking for a job, and he sees an ad in the paper. And it's to a creepy place where they're looking for someone to take care of things around because the owner can't. And he keeps joking that he's not gonna go get a job there because he'll probably get killed. And when he gets there, this is issue number 1 again. You saw her in the background of the first cover, but he meets Louise. Is that her name? Did I already forget her name? But he meets her, and another issue 1, and one more issue 1, a different printing. All right, no, the monster's not a giant alligator or crocodile. But he meets her. She kind of lays out the house rules. What's he required? He gets free rent. He gets free food. He gets $500 a week cash. So it's a pretty sweet deal for a teenage boy. He's probably 19 years old, and he's out on his own. And this is a sweet deal. He can't turn it down. Plus, he's extremely attracted to her. And that just makes it all the more enticing. And she shows him around the house, and he's having concerns. She kind of presses up against him, says, "Are you my man?" And from the moment she touched him, he was sold. The first issue ends with him walking into a room, and she's standing there in stockings looking at him, and you're wondering if something bad's going to happen to him next issue. Issue 2. So nothing bad happens to Kenny. Picks up 3 weeks later. Kenny's doing all the things that he said he would do for her, taking care of the house, the shopping, the outside, and just doing all the chores that is required of him. They're getting along famously. They've formed a sexual relationship with each other. So Kenny's having the time of his life. You can sense there's something going on with her. You don't quite know it yet. You know it's going to get there. And what's really great about this is this whole series, the art really fits the storytelling really well, and every single panel has a feeling of atmosphere about it. Just whether it's sexual tension between the two characters, whether it's a feeling of the ominous that's pervading throughout, it's there in the art. And the art really helps elevate the story. And they're just a great mix. Something I've been bragging about Scout Comics for. They really know how to put the two together. Okay, so I had 2 copies of that issue 2. Um, and forgot where issue 2 left off. Let's take a quick look. So issue 2, and we'll show you a little example of that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right. So, and I forgot that in issue 2, all right, so she's getting weaker. She's not feeling good. Something's about to happen, and she has Kenny go get a friend of hers. So he's got to meet this friend, and I'm sorry, her name is Francois, not Louise. And I don't know why Louise was stuck in my head, but she sends him out on an errand, and she's got to get this guy. And I'll tell you his name in a second. I'm already forgetting. It was Greg something. Greg Trucks. Okay, so he goes there to meet this Greg Trucks, and let me show you the atmosphere and the art. It's just really, really spectacular stuff. But he goes and he meets Greg Trucks, but along the way he meets somebody that basically cheated off him in high school, and the guy's kind of a jerk and really demeaning. You get a sense really well, especially the way he's drawn, the way he's portrayed, that nobody really likes him. He's just kind of put up with for the moment. And so he's instructed by Greg to bring this guy, who is called Bug, back to Francois. And it's what she needs. So, you know something's up with that. But Kenny's a young boy. He's mad and confused. Why would Francois need this little scumbag of a person, Bug, that's just a completely vile and disgusting human being? But Francois sent him to Greg, said do what Greg says. Greg sent Bug back with him, so he doesn't question it. They enter the house. Greg's immediately rude and kind of over the top, hitting on her, and just a vile person. And Kenny's getting pretty mad, but Francois calms him down, and there's a room that Kenny's not allowed in. It's barred off, and it leads up to the attic. But she brings Francois up there and sends him up. Now, Kenny knows from the first couple issues that she's been feeding something up there, and he's not allowed to look. But he gets that feeling of dread, and he starts calling out for him not to go up. And it ends with him running up there to save this guy, even though he's just complete dreck of a person. And that's when you get your first glimpse of the monster, which you never really get a clear picture of, and it's fine, because it fits the story. Because the story is not about the monster. It's about the relationship between Kenny and Francois. And that leads to issue 3. Alright? It eats what feeds it, issue 3. Great covers. Like I said, the art in this series is amazing. Alright, issue 3. So in issue 3, Kenny ran up there to save this dude that cheated off from high school and is a vile human being. Francois is all of a sudden just frightened because Kenny ran up there. She's like, no, you don't understand. Don't go. She chases him up the steps into the attic. And she steps in front of him and she just tells the creature, no, he's mine. You leave him alone. And trying to get an understanding with the creature. She gets hurt in the process, and she tells Kenny it's okay. He doesn't understand, and she wants to tell him. So Kenny's listening to her story. The monster's lurking there in the background, and she's got quite a twisted little backstory of different events that happen. And I really don't want to spoil everything. I'm just kind of trying to hit some notes, but there's a lot of fill-in that make those notes more important. So if you want to read it yourself, and I'm not going to continue much further. I don't want to tell you the ending, but again, the art in this is fantastic. It's moody. It's heavy, but heavy to fit the story. Not everything that's going on is always clear, and just when you're reading it, the mood that the picture set and the art sets, it just ties together so nicely. So by the time you get to the end of the story and you're waiting for it to be one thing, it's something, a little bit of something else. But it's a great little horror read. There's a resolution between him and Francois. I'm not going to tell you what it is or lead into it. There's a bit of ambiguity with the ending, and if that bothers you, that something's not tied up tightly and neatly, you may not enjoy the ending. I was hoping for a little more concise ending, but I wasn't disappointed with the ending I got because I think it kind of fits the story they were telling. This was really good. It was a great little horror story. Like I said, great atmosphere. Like the art kept me in this, the writing kept me in this, and the two main characters, Kenny and Francois. You just you like them together. You like their dynamic, and Kenny's a teenage fool, you know, but he's at his heart he's a basic good guy. A little too worried about what 18, 19-year-old boys worry about, and that's helps set him up on the path he's on. So completely believable, and it's just really good. It's a solid little story. And if I had to throw a negative on this, I would say it maybe felt a bit rushed with 3 issues. This is a story, I think 5 issues would have served it better, just to put a little more meat in there, and it just felt quick. Just it was hitting the beats, and it wasn't slowing down to hit them. It felt a touch rushed, but I still thought it was one of the better stories I've read this year. I really enjoyed it. It's a great atmospheric little horror. Not for children, not for kids under 10, definitely. If you want your teenagers reading it, that's a parental call for you. That's not for me to make. It depends on what you're comfortable with your teenager reading. It's really good though. Solid team on this. The writer, the inkers, the artist, just it all just tied together tightly. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Probably a highlight series for me this year. So I'm going to file this away. I'll read it again at some point, if just for nothing. Look at the beautiful interior. It's just I cannot stress how good the art is in this. And it may, like when I first opened the first issue, it threw me for a second. And then about 2 pages into reading it, I was completely on board and went from not sure about it to absolutely loving the style. It's a great style. Like I said, Scout Comics for me, whatever book I've been reading of theirs, I've really found the art to fit the writer, and vice versa. The writer fits the artist, and the inkers, and just the whole teams I thought have been good from what I've read from them so far. So I think they got a good thing going over there at Scout Comics. I'm checking out a few more of their titles that I've read first issues of, and I've really been enjoying what they're doing. I've ordered some books directly from their site. If this is a series that interests you, I think you can still get all 3 issues from their website. I recommend it. It's good. It's adult storytelling. It's not gory, but the adult themes are there. Sexual themes, relationship themes, the ominous nature of what's going on. But really well done, really well written. So kudos Scout and team, Scout Comics and team. Job well done. And I got a little thing in the mail today. So our buddy over at Slotted Up 503 has got his own stickers now. And I have them sideways. I mean, that's what happens when you're a Batman fan. Just kidding, Jason. But check those out, guys. So Slotted Up 503. Jason's got his own stickers, and they're absolutely awesome. Look at that. Thank you, Jason, very much for the stickers. So I got stickers from DJ Links and Jason this week. Both great guys. Thank you, gentlemen. I certainly appreciate it. Notice, Jason, not giving your address away. But that's it. I want to do a quick little horror review for Halloween, and this is fresh. I just finished reading it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, and also give the disclaimers if you were thinking about letting your children read it, or if this was even a book that wasn't even on your radar. It should be. It's great. Definitely not for the kids, though. All right, and maybe I'll try to find a kid one that's appropriate for kids today, and we'll share that and do a quick review on that. But that's it for now, guys. I hope everyone has a great Halloween. Enjoy your family. Be healthy, be safe, and keep it casual.